So here's the breakdown of what I'm doing in the intro. I'm going to take this E minor chord and strum it once, like that, with more emphasis on the bass strings. From there, I'm going to strike the open 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings, like that. And then I'm going to take my left hand and hammer on the shape of this D chord we talked about before. So slowly it will be like this. Okay? And notice once I'm strumming the E chord, the E minor chord, I bring my right hand and mute it. I let it ring for a short period of time and then I mute it. Like this. Okay? Now, after I strike the open strings, again I hammer on the D shape. And then I strum upwards on the 2nd and 3rd strings. Like that. And then I strum downwards on the 4th and 3rd strings. So far we have this. I'll do it slowly. Okay? And the next step is basically to repeat that down, up, down motion. I'm doing the 5th and the 4th string, and then up on the 2nd and 3rd, and then down on the 4th and the 3rd. So down, up, down, like so. Okay. From there, I'm going to strike the open strings again, like we did before, and then do this bar chord at the 8th fret. Now notice I'm doing up on the open strings and then down on the chord. Okay? Okay, what I'm doing here, again, the same technique that we used for the D chord, I'm going to apply for the C chord. I'm going to strike the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string open, like that, and then hammer on the C shape with the G and the bass. So we have 1st finger, 2nd finger, 4th, and 3rd, like this. And then I'm going to strike the chord, and then just the bass. Downstroke, and then another downstroke on the G bass. Okay? So this is what we have so far. And then after I strike the single bass, I add in this part. It's an up, down, up. And then going back into the E minor for the second time, it's the same technique of the hammer-on. Open 5th and 4th, and then hammer on the E minor chord, like that. So okay, it's a hammer-on, and then the open bass, the 6th string. There's another part that before the chorus, we play the same chord line, except one chord is different. I'm going to go to the E minor, play this D, and then instead of going here, okay, I'm going to go to an A fingering chord with a C sharp in the bass. Again, remember the relative of the capo. It's not an actual C sharp. Okay, this note, but in relevance to the capo it is, because this is an A for a matter of speaking. So it will be like this. Okay, that's the chord, and then back to the C. Here it is in context of the songs. The chorus starts off with a G, like that, and then goes into a C with a G on the bass. Now the basic pattern, the strumming pattern for this is like this. Down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 down. And after twice of playing this riff, A chord right here. Okay, it's just one strum, and if I count it 1, 2, 3, 4, on the four count, what I do is I just play the open strings like this. Okay, just an up, down, up on the 4 count. 2, 3, 4. Just right after the 4, 16th notes. There's 4 16 notes on each count, so it's just the last 3 of the 4. If it's confusing to you, just do it by ear. 2, 3, 4, like that. And the 3 times I play is up, down, up, just on the open strings, like that. Now, as you count it, just as you pass the 4, you do up, down, up, and then the C go on the 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 1 right there. Now the C, 2, 3, 4. You treat it the same as you did with the A, going into the E minor. Okay, so 2, 3, 4. And that's your basic chorus. So after that chorus, we're going to be using the same chords as we did in the beginning. The difference is going to be in the way we play it. The basic structure is going to stay the same in terms of the way you hammer on the chords and the rhythm emphasis that you did. But you're going to play it with more strums and more vividly, because this is where everybody comes in, the band and so forth. Let me show you how it will be. So just imagine you're playing it. Keeping that pattern, the strum pattern, going all the time, but you're just going to add in the emphasis from the first time we played.